another episode of Milf Manor has come out, episode 3. This episode was so good. I did not expect this episode to go this way. I don't know if the show just got clever with the twists or if I'm just naive and dumb. Yep. There were so many twists. I gasped more than once. So the episode starts and we see a scene of Barbie coming in from last night's date with the moms and the dads, and she immediately starts packing her stuff. She's trying to get out of there, and Crystal honestly is a-okay with that. So it immediately goes into the next morning and Barbie is confiding in Lynette, and she's basically just saying how it brought up traumatic events with her past friendships. And Crystal is confiding in Stacy. She's basically just saying how this fight isn't really anything to her. She had to grow up with worse things in her past. She was saying how there was bottles broken over her head and bleach thrown in her face, and she was having a fight to get to school every single day.
These girls would pour bleach in your face. You know what I'm saying? And beating you with golf clubs and old English bottles.
And with all of this, it seems like Crystal and Stacy are vibing pretty well. Now, Christina and Jamie are outside. They're just chit-chatting, and still, obviously, Christina is still vibing with Joey. I mean, the butt bites are everything for her. She's into the kink. She's into the BDSM. She's here for it. Joey is who she's going for. That's her number one pick. But now Christina is asking Jamie, like, what's up? Who are you liking? Are you liking the dads? Are you liking the sons? And Jamie she doesn't seem to be feeling anybody. She hasn't made a connection with anybody, really. She says she adores the boys and she likes the dads, but it's more like friend-ergy.
What do you think about the dads?
Listen, I'm having friend-ergy.
Now, Jamie on the side and her talking head actually says that everybody is here for the same reason, but hers are a bit different. So they're still playing into the, like, what's her secret? I don't know, again, if the show's twists are just too good for me or if I'm just dumb. Yep. Now, in the last sneak peek, they showed another lady pulling up, and let me tell you, I did not expect this. A black car just pulls up, and the lady walks out, and you would not guess who it is. It's Kelly. I couldn't believe it. I don't know why I didn't think about it. It's Kelly. I cannot tell you how badly I gasped. Like, I don't know why that caught me off guard, but it did. And to be honest, I am here for it. I'm excited. Kelly was a hot mess last season, but she brought something. She brought something. So for the people that don't know, Kelly is from season 1. In season 1, the moms and the sons dated. Basically, all the moms brought their sons and they dated each other. Kelly made it to the end with a guy named Jose. Kelly explains how her and Jose didn't work out. So Kelly is here for a serious relationship. She is here to find her man. She immediately walks in and all the boys are acting like they do not know who she is, which I know I've been saying this the last 2 episodes, but they really gotta stop trying to convince us that they don't know what this show is about. Actually, Barbie does claim that she knows who Kelly is, so she understands the whole equation here. She knows what's going on, so it's kind of a weird situation. I wish they would just take those bits out because they really milk it and it's kind of annoying. Now, the minute Kelly walks in, there's an immediate attraction to her from all the guys, and in Joey's talking head, he actually says that Kelly is now the hottest person in the house. And
I do want a better butt.
So now that everybody has met her, the moms aren't that big of a fan of her, especially with Barbie knowing her from season 1. She told the other moms that she's the mean girl and she's going to come in here and try to steal your man. So now the moms are kind of intimidated by Kelly.
So who do you think she's going to pick?
I don't know, but what if she starts picking some of the people we like?
What is she doing here? Why is she talking to my man? What the hell's going on here?
So now the host makes another appearance and lets Kelly know that she is able to take a dad and a son duo out on a date. And the way she's going to figure that out is by getting to know each one of them one-on-one. Well, 2-on-2 anyway. She'll take a father and a son off to the side and talk to each one of them. So now Joey, Anthony, and Kelly are off on the side getting to know each other, and Anthony is gassing her up, basically calling her perfect, doesn't understand how she's single.
Why are you single? You're just like perfect.
And Joey says he knows his dad has game because he has game and he's got it from somewhere. I wonder if Anthony also likes to bite butts. Now Kelly has gotten to know all the dads and sons, and her last duo is Jacob and Ashley. And we all know Jacob is gunning for Barbie. That's who he wants to be with. Kelly obviously wants to get to know them, so she's chatting them up and shotting them up. She's talking to them. And Barbie, I feel like she's a little bit intimidated. So Barbie decides to come over and give Jacob a kiss to basically lay her ground. Basically say, this is my man's. And Kelly, which I don't know why I didn't expect this. Kelly said she was not scared of her. She decided to stand up. And yes, she kissed Jacob right on the mouth. She did not even hesitate.
Barbie, that doesn't scare me, babe. I can do the same.
Okay.
Oh, look.
But after all that, Kelly decides to take Joey and Anthony out on a date. Obviously, Christina is not happy about the whole situation. I feel like, again, a lot of the girls are intimidated by Kelly and are scared that they're gonna come in and steal the person that they're into. Now, all the moms are kind of getting together and just hanging out, and they realize that Miles hasn't really been making connections with anybody, and Jacob lets them know that he's having a hard time trying to date the women with his dad there since he hasn't seen his dad in years. He's not only trying to make a connection with the women, he's now trying to build a relationship with his dad. Now Jacob takes Barbie off to the side and wants to have a chat with her. They're out on a lake and he asks her out on a second date. He really wants to show her that he's vibing her a lot, and he tries to explain himself, basically saying that he was a lot more reserved when his dad came in because he didn't understand what was going on and he didn't want to be that way in front of his father, but he knows that he likes her and he wants to show her. And they're actually having a nice conversation, and I feel like these two are made for each other because they both say the most inappropriate things at the most inappropriate time. They were both having a pretty good conversation, and then Jacob said,
The Rolfie should be utilized at some point.
What?
The Rolfie. The room. Yeah.
Oh.
and Barbie says no, she wasn't ready for that. Now, you know how in the last episode I thought it was Joey, Jamie, and Anthony at the sex yoga? In the scene, it was Joey, Jamie, and Anthony. All of them are together doing this sex yoga all together. Like, that wasn't Jamie. It was Kelly in the middle of all that. Now, why would they send a father and son and a woman they just met a couple of hours ago on a sex yoga date? And to be honest, none of them were actually really feeling it. Kelly wasn't into it, Anthony wasn't into it, and Joey wasn't into it. But at one point, Kelly and Anthony do an exercise. DooDee. Subscribe to DooDee. And you might as well hit that like button anyway. You might as well. You're down there anyway. You might as well. But Kelly and Anthony do an exercise with each other while Joey's behind them doing his own stretch. The instructor has Kelly and Joey look deeply into each other's eyes for a while without smiling, without laughing or anything. And I don't know if it was just the exercise or the time that they had together, but they really started bonding. Kelly was really into him. He was really into her. And they had a pretty cute moment. Now that the date is over, they all come back home, and Joey immediately comes and sits down and lets everybody know about it. And obviously it was uncomfortable for him. He described it as being oiled up with his father.
That was just like so up close and personal and oily with my father and her, and like it was just like next level, like weird.
Did you say oily?
At a restaurant?
They also were like, why didn't you guys just go to a restaurant or something? Obviously the show plans what's gonna happen, but the show really put them in a weird trap, I guess. And when Joey came in and let everybody know what happened and decided to just go get changed and get relaxed, instead of going to Christina and spending time with her, Christina kind of took it to offense. She was not happy with it, and she felt ignored. She felt like Joey just wasn't giving her any attention. So Christina and Jamie decide to go off. They hang out in the room, and Jamie and Christina have built a friendship with each other. Jamie trusts her, so she decides to open up to her a little bit. And let me tell you, again, another audible gasp. Don't know if this show got me again or if I'm just stoned. Yep. So Christina asked Jamie the question again, who are you feeling? Are you into any of the sons? Are you into any of the dads? And Jamie outright just says that she hasn't been building a connection with anybody because she has a boyfriend.
The reason why I'm not having a connection is because I actually have a boyfriend.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass.
Jamie goes on to explain that she ended up in a relationship right when she made a commitment to the show. So she decided to just go through with it to see if she could make a connection with somebody else, even though she already has a boyfriend. I don't understand. She never really explains if they have an open relationship or anything like that. But even at that point, wouldn't you explain that to the other men at least? But of course, Christina, being the loyal, trustworthy friend, she promised not to tell anybody anything, and she lied. She told. She immediately went to Lynette, and she immediately spilled the beans. She did not hold that secret in for more than 1 hour. But in the meantime, Kelly and Anthony decide to spend a little time with each other. They decide to play a little bit of poker in the living room, and they're hitting it off. She seems to actually like him, and he likes her. But Jamie pulls Anthony away from Kelly to spend a little bit of time with him. Now, like I said, Christina immediately ran off to Lynette. And Christina just tried to play it off with Lynette and basically say she's possibly in a relationship. And Lynette comes up with this weird analogy.
It's like going to a gas station and you don't even own a car.
This is big brain time.
I don't know if that went over my head, but I can't tell you how many times I've been to a gas station, not even in a car. And obviously Lynette gets fired up over this, and she says Jamie is selfish and she is ready to tell all the moms she's gonna do it. She doesn't care. So she gathers up all the moms and she asks them, how would you feel if one of the moms in the house had a boyfriend? And obviously, since Jamie is the only one that's not in the mix, they understand that, yeah, she was talking about Jamie. So it gets them all fired up. And earlier, remember, Jamie came in and swooped Anthony away from Kelly? Well, let me tell you, Kelly was the most heated one. And I don't know if it was because of that situation. I definitely feel like that situation fueled the fire, but I also think it's just her personality. Like, she's able to call somebody out and it just be a thing. So Lynette and Anthony are just outside talking. They look like they're vibing a little bit. Well, Anthony's vibing with her. I'm not entirely sure how she's vibing with him, with the whole friend-ergy thing. But a group of the moms mob up, and Kelly immediately asks, do you have a boyfriend?
I think you're a lovely girl, but I just heard you have a boyfriend. And you're here. Do you have a boyfriend? Why are you looking at her? Do you have a boyfriend? Rude.
And Jamie basically stays quiet. She doesn't really say anything. And Kelly keeps pressing her about it. Like, do you have a boyfriend? Like, why are you here? And Anthony kind of like sticks up for Jamie in a little bit, because it did seem kind of like an attack. All the women just coming up. Kelly's just like, do you have a boyfriend? But at the same time, I mean, you came here. You also told somebody about it. Could you not expect that to happen? So now Kelly keeps pressing her, and Kelly just stands up and says,
Okay, so I really don't like when people are in my face, so take a step back.
so I don't know about you, but a fight might break out at some point in this show because it seems like some of these women are hostile. Compared to the last season, these women are having a lot more beefs with each other. I don't know, with Kelly in the mix now, it might cause a lot more friction because she was most of the beef in the last season. And that was the end of the episode, guys. I could not believe it. With Kelly walking in and with Jamie's secret, both of those things honestly caught me off guard. I did not expect it. And this episode was so damn good. And I'm excited to see the next one. Some of it anyway. Because let me tell you, the next challenge for next week, it's basically tug of war with secrets. They're in a pool with mud in their bathing suits, and I'm guessing they have secrets, and whoever wins the tug of war doesn't have to tell their secret. And compared to last year, I don't know if you guys remember or if you even saw it, but one of the mom's secret was that she slept with her son's best friend. And obviously we get to see Kelly press Jamie more about the boyfriend thing. I'm not entirely sure if she's going to go home after this or not. But at this point, like, if you found a boyfriend, why come on? In realistic terms, I'm sure she's just here to put her face out there, her name out there. I mean, that's what a lot of people do with a lot of reality shows. And they also show a little peek. And it shows that Barbie is interested in Chris. She wants to get to know him more, maybe take him out on a date. And Jacob is not feeling it. He likes Barbie. That's the only person he wants to go for. And him seeing Barbie with Chris seems to kind of break him a little bit. He confides in his father that he's just uncomfortable and he has a lot of anxiety and that he's just ready to leave. He just wants to go.
I just feel really anxious about the whole situation. Just to be honest, I don't want to be here anymore.
But that was it for episode 3. I did not expect all these twists. I did not expect that lady to be Kelly. I did not expect Jamie to have a boyfriend. I don't expect them to have any more twists in the show, but if they do, then they got my viewership. I will be back to watch the next episode. But thank you guys again for coming and watching me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to go make some quesadillas or something. I'm starving. But tickle that like and subscribe and bye.